My Life as a Courgette, or Ma Vie de Courgette, is an indie stop-motion family film that is directed by Claude Barras. Now, it's about this boy called Iker, or Courgette, which is the name that he prefers to be called, which is also given by his alcoholic and abusive mother. After her death, Courgette gets sent away to a foster care home center where he meets all these other children just like him. And this film's about him adapting to his new home and finding his new friends and his connection and his relationships between these children. Also finds out the true meaning of what it means to be a family. So my expectations when seeing this film, this was one of my highly anticipated films that I wanted to see. And I know that I say this a lot, but you know, 2016 is a really amazing year for indie animation films that are coming to our screens in particular. It's October as well. The BFI London Film Festival has arrived, and this was the first film that I saw from the LFF. I saw a trailer for this film. Well, not sort of a trailer, but it was sort of a documentary sort of thing. It was Courgette being interviewed by people off screen, and I thought that was really cute. It was in the form of documentary.
Par exemple, si on te demandait de jouer à un enfant qui a plus de parents.
Ben, depuis que mes parents sont divorcés, ils s'aiment plus, puis ils ont des problèmes comme ça, et puis je sais pas.
The questions they were asking Courgette and the way that he felt and everything, it was very heartwarming as well, and I was really intrigued. I couldn't wait to see this film. Let me kick off with the animation like I always do. So the animation is stop motion and it's very slow. It can be very slow. But I just like it because it's so angelic and it suits the tone of this film, because this film is really angelic and very relaxing. In the beginning of this movie, you hear this sort of solemn acoustic guitar sort of song that just sets the overall tone of this film, which is very relaxing. I also noticed the features in the children, and they were very bizarre. One can say that the children look cute and adorable, like I thought they did, but others might say that they look very weird, they're very damaged, especially from the blackness under their eyes. But I can tell that these kids are not normal kids. They had trauma in the past. So I think that was a way of showing trauma on their faces through the animation. Despite how cute and adorable I thought they were, I just felt of something that was very weird in their features. Also, these kids, I felt sorry for them as well in the story. And once you hear the stories of how these kids got there in the first place, you feel like you want to hug them and say that, you know, everything's going to be okay. Courgette is a very peculiar protagonist. First of all, this boy is named after a vegetable. Well, his alcoholic mother gave him that name. And as soon as he goes to this foster care home center, he is immediately picked on and he's immediately told that he is different just because of his name, calling him potato, calling him a carrot, calling him other vegetable names, making him different. So this film is about him adapting to his new home, connecting with other people, of kids just like him and going through the same trauma as him sort of thing. And just basically finding out what it means to, you know, be in a family, because he was in a very abusive one. And these kids suffered the same thing that he has gone through. They either gone through neglect, abuse, or their parents just don't care about them, or they just can't be with their family in general. And you just feel sorry for these kids. Although this film can be very relaxing, it also shows very serious topics as well, such as child abuse, neglect, social issues like the immigration. I saw this film as sort of like a risk for European animation, because this film is in a format which kids usually enjoy, which is animation, stop motion, but it's showing really controversial topics that adults would enjoy as well. And I thought that was a really big risk, and I also really enjoyed that. I mean, this film contains a little bit of adult humor as well, because it contains references of alcohol, drug use, and sex references as well, but the sex references are done by the children, so I guess that's okay. I mean, the kids laughed in the theatre, the adults laughed in the theatre, and they both enjoyed it. And since the sex references are done by the children, I guess that's okay. I applaud European animation for bringing in the controversial topics like sex, drugs, alcohol. No, we're not gonna keep that stuff away from the film. You know, the kids know what's up, they're intelligent. And that is also another thing that I like about this film, the messaging. Now, the film has a message of the kids having will. There's a scene in this movie where an adult says kids don't have free will. This film shows that kids aren't idiots. Kids need to be listened to. These were the topics that this film was trying to address. I applauded that film for that. You also root for Courgette as well, because this film is not just gloomy and dark. I actually thought that this film was going to be too gloomy, too dark for kids, but surprisingly, the kids enjoyed it, the adults liked it, and I enjoyed it as well. It was funny. It was really funny. The kids were adorable. They were very funny as well. You could see Courgette improving his relationships with the children and all that. But the film is not just about Courgette. I actually thought that this film was going to be like a slice of life, but there actually is a plot. So later on in the film, a girl arrives in the orphanage, and yep, you guessed it, Courgette falls for her. Her name is Camille. Now, people might be fed up of a useless love interest put into the movie, even though Courgette is like a young kid. He doesn't need a love interest or whatever, but I thought that was kind of cute. And also, she wasn't useless either. She had an amazing backstory that led her to the film, and she's actually the main point of the story as well. And I thought it was adorable seeing Courgette and seeing Camille develop and their relationship together. It was very cute. It was a very cute young love that I saw in the film. So guys, this film was everything that it needed to be. I really enjoyed it. The pacing of this film can be very slow. It has something to do with the animation, which is very slow, but it really suited the tone of the film. It was very relaxing, it was very angelic, but it was also very serious. It can be intense. It's not the type of stop motion movie for kids that you know, like they're very adventurous, like Wallace and Gromit or Kubo and the Two Strings. It's a very serious, realistic, enlightening, educational film that is raising the topics on social issues and human issues that need to be addressed. So whenever you're bringing your kids to see this movie, remember that. The film was very emotional, heartwarming, heartbreaking, and also very hard-hitting. I'm gonna give My Life as a Courgette a 9 out of 10. Guys, I definitely recommend you go check this film out as soon as this film releases into a screen near you. It may not right now. I think it's released in the cinemas in France, but once they release to a screen near you, I definitely recommend you go check it out. And I can't think of a better movie to start with from the London Film Festival. So guys, Ma Vie de Courgette, have you seen it? What did you think of it? And are you interested in seeing this movie? Whatever you think, comment down below, share me your thoughts. And also, feel free to let me know what is your favorite stop motion movie you have seen thus far. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to see more and be updated for more film reviews. Until next time guys, have a great one.